believe now that we can meet this week's national treasure, OK? So this is one of my favourite parts of the show. Now, Nathan Dunne is walking from John O'Groats to Land's End in his bare feet. He's aiming to set a new world record by doing the journey in just 52 days. Now, Nathan contemplated committing suicide last year, so there's a very moving element to this story. And I know that obviously yesterday, or 2 days before, actually, I think it was World Bipolar Day, for example, male mental health is absolutely in a shocking position. Suicide is the leading killer of men under 45. But he is now walking 1,350 miles and is hoping to raise £50,000, that's 50, for the mental health charity Mind. And I'm delighted to say that Nathan joins me now. Nathan, what we have to do whenever we get a national treasure on, lads, well done, mate. Good stuff. Well done, good Fantastic. Stuff. Good man. Well done. You're an absolute inspiration. Look, I don't really know where to start with this one, to be honest with you. I mean, do you want to start... Let's just start with what you're actually doing, and then maybe we can go backwards from there, as it were.
Yeah, so you'll have to forgive me, I'm losing my voice a little bit. But I am planning to walk on May the 4th from John O'Groats to Land's End. And I aim to do about 26 miles a day, which is the distance of a full marathon. And yeah, it'll be completely barefooted. And I'm looking to hit certain routes along the UK. Halfway, it should be around home. And yeah, it should hopefully take me between 50 and 60 days to do. So it's going to be a great journey. And I'm doing it in aid of Mind UK, which is a mental health charity. And yeah, it's a cause that's close to my heart. So
a little bit about that
means a lot.
Talk to me a little bit about that. You know, I don't want to pry too much. You know, only talk about what you're comfortable with talking about, of course. But you really struggled, didn't you? You really struggled.
Yeah, I had quite a tough upbringing, a tough life, and I kind of thought that when I get to be an adult, I'll be okay. I'll be able to take care of myself, and I'll be able to look after myself. And actually, it turned out to be that once I became an adult, the stuff from the past started to weigh me down, and I just felt really down, and like I just used to feel really alone. No matter whether it was, you know, I could walk into a room full of people and feel completely on my own. And when you're in that position, no one can really help you in a sense. Because you feel like it's no one will understand, and that's the way I thought. And it turns out people do know how you feel. People do understand, and all it takes for you to help yourself is to reach out and ask for help. So, yeah, it gradually got worse and worse for me. It was just like I had this backpack on, and each week there was just more weight being added to it, and it got to the point where even though I felt like I was really strong, I couldn't carry that weight anymore, and I just wanted everything to stop. I wanted a bit of peace. I wanted to stop feeling like I was weighing everyone else down around me, and it's almost delusional when I look back at it. It's like you feel like everyone around you would be better off if you weren't there because you're making their life worse. And I know that's the wrong way to think. That's how I did think. And it took me to get to that point where I was on a bridge and I had a coin in my pocket. That's all I had with me, and I flipped it. You know, and heads, I wouldn't be here. Tails, I would. And it landed on tails, and you know, I got down and came home, and it's at that point that I knew that I needed help, and I needed to fully commit to getting better. So I went and got help, and you know that has saved my life, because now I'm not better now. I don't think you could ever say that I'm cured, but I have ways of coping now. When I feel down, I know that I can cope with it in a certain way. And yeah, it's kind of a paradox. It's like the hardest thing in the world to do is to speak out, but it's also the easiest thing in the world to do.